You wake up because your eyelashes have frozen shut. You try to open your eyes. They tear at the lids. It is dark. The air feels solid. Bodies press against you on both sides. Strangers, breathing slow. Somewhere outside, a man is screaming numbers into the wind. This is your first morning in a Soviet gulag. And by nightfall, one mistake could get you killed. You don't remember choosing to be here. You remember the knock at the door. 2 in the morning. You remember the train. A cattle car. 40 people in the dark. Weeks moving east. No windows. Just a charge no one would read to you. When the doors finally opened, the cold hit like a wall. A man with a clipboard looked at you and did not see a person, he saw a number. From now on, that is what you are. Not your name. A number, stitched to your coat. Now it is morning, and they are counting. You stand in rows in the snow, hundreds of you. The guards walk the line, lips moving, breath steaming. 1, 2, 3. The count comes back wrong. So they start again. You cannot move. You cannot stamp your feet. You cannot lower your arms. The wind finds every gap in your clothing and crawls inside. Minutes pass. Then an hour. A man 2 rows ahead folds quietly into the snow and does not get up. No one looks at him. Looking costs energy you do not have. You learn the first rule without anyone teaching it. The cold is patient. But the cold is not what kills most men here. They march you into the forest. They hand you a saw with no handle and point at a tree taller than a church. This is your work now. Every day. Until you cannot. There is a number for that too. A quota. So many trees. So many logs. So many meters of frozen ground. Meet the number, and you eat tonight. Miss it, and your bread is cut. So you cut. Your hands blister, then split, then stop bleeding because there is nothing left to bleed. The man beside you works like a machine, because he understands what you are only starting to. The canal, the road, the mine, none of it matters. The work is the punishment. The work is the point. You watch a prisoner sit down in the snow to rest. He smiles. He looks almost peaceful. The others step around him. They know. Once you stop, you do not start again. And once your food is cut, your body starts to disappear. You did not know hunger could be loud. It is all you hear now. A ringing. A hum behind your eyes. They feed you twice. A bowl of gray water they call soup, with something at the bottom you do not ask about. And a small black brick of bread. That bread is everything. Men have been killed over a missing crust. You learn to hide yours. In your sleeve. Against your chest. Under your tongue while you sleep. You watch the others eat, and you cannot stop watching. You memorize how much they have. You hate them for it. A boy across the room, maybe 19, trades his bread for tobacco. 3 days later he is one of the walking dead. The men here have a word for them. They look through you. They forget how to chew. And you understand, finally, what the camp is doing. It is not just here to break your body. It is built to turn every prisoner into a threat. You stop talking. Because here, words are dangerous. The man on your left was a teacher. The man on your right killed someone for his boots. You cannot tell which is more dangerous. Sometimes, it is the teacher. There are ears in every barracks. Prisoners who report other prisoners. For a heavier ration. For a warmer bunk. For 1 more month alive. You only have to say the wrong thing once. A joke, a complaint, a name spoken too loud. And it travels. To a man in a clean uniform who writes it down and smiles. So you say nothing. You trust no one. You become no one. Then one night, in the dark, someone whispers your name. They come for you before dawn. You are accused. You do not know of what. It does not matter. Sabotage, they say, a broken tool, a slow shift. A word someone repeated. There is no trial. There is only a door. They put you in a cell the size of a coffin standing up. No heat, no light, a floor of concrete and ice. A scrap of bread every other day. Time stops meaning anything. You count by the shivering. You talk to people who are not there. You realize you are no longer afraid of dying. That is the cruelest thing the cold does. It takes the fear last. And for the first time, escape starts to feel less terrifying than staying. But there is nowhere to escape to. You know what surrounds you. Snow in every direction, for 1,000 miles. Forest so thick and so empty that men walk into it and are simply erased. No towns. No roads. No mercy. The guards do not even build high walls here. They do not need to. The wilderness is the wall. And if the cold does not take you, the dogs will. Or the hunger. Or the men who hunt escapees for a reward and drag them back to be shown to the others. Some try anyway. You see what is left of them. So you do the only thing left. You survive one more day. Tomorrow you will wake again with your eyes frozen shut. You will stand in the snow and be counted. You will cut the tree. Eat the bread. Say nothing. Millions stood where you are standing. Most have no grave, no marker, no name, only a number in a book, in a city they never saw. They were not criminals. They were teachers, farmers, poets, fathers. People who said the wrong thing, or said nothing at all, and were taken anyway. You used to think the worst thing they could do was kill you. Now you know better. In the Gulag, survival was never freedom. It was just permission to suffer again tomorrow.